university funding model. I just want to take you through what has been communicated by the government of the Republic of Kenya. There are 5 bands split into levels of income by the families. The first one is that for learners whose families earn up to 5,995 shillings, they belong to Band 1. Band 2 are learners whose families earn up to 23,670. Band 3, those who earn up to 70,000. And Band 4, for families that earn up to 120,000 shillings a month. Band 5, those that earn more than 120,000 shillings a month. And therefore, this is how they'll be categorized. That for the most vulnerable, earning less than 5,000, let's just call it 6,000 shillings, the government will sponsor 70% of scholarship. Then 25% of the school fees will be in form of a loan, and 5% to be raised by the family. Of course, 5% means different things for different programs. Band 2, government 60%, loan 30%, family 10%, and there's also an upkeep which is a loan from HELB of 55,000 shillings per learner. For Band 3, remember, families whose income is up to 70,000 shillings, the government will sponsor 50% of the school fees, 30% to be from loans, 20% to be by the family, and there'll be an upkeep of 50,000 shillings, again, another loan. Band 4, the government will sponsor 40%. These are families whose income is up to 120,000 shillings, but more than 70,000. And the loan will be 30% again. Family will raise 30%, and the upkeep will be 45,000 shillings per learners. Now, those considered to be the wealthiest in Band 5, meaning incomes of more than 120,000 shillings, government will just give you 30%, then 70% to be raised between you, your family, and a loan from HELB, and an upkeep of 40,000 shillings. Let's just take a look at what may happen for a student who is studying medicine at Moi University, whose cost is 612,000 shillings a year. The government will sponsor 183,000 shillings for Band 5 learner whose income in a family is of over 120,000 shillings, meaning that the government through HELB will pay another 183,000, and the family will have to raise 244,000 shillings. Let's look at Band 4, because that family has an income of 120,000 shillings maximum a month. So the government will pay for that learner 244,000 shillings. HELB will give a loan of 183. But the family will have to raise 183,000 shillings. So remember, the maximum income is 120,000 shillings. But the family will have to pay 183,000 shillings. So you need at least 2 months to raise that school fees, not doing anything else, including financing the operations of that family. By the end of the 6 years, that students will have accumulated a loan of 1.1 million shillings. Add to that the upkeep of 45,000 shillings. Multiply that by 6. That is 270. 270 plus 1.1 should be 1.37 million shillings by the end of 6 years. So by the time that learner is finishing school, they'll have to contend with such kind of a loan. So it gets easier for learners whose programs are cheaper. For instance, if you have to look at the Bachelor of Arts at Kisii University, Bachelor of Education Arts, which costs about 283,000 shillings, then the figures vary because a student that comes from the poorest family, the government will give a scholarship of 198,000 shillings. There will be a loan from HELB of 70,000 shillings per year, and the family will have to raise about 14,000 shillings. Now, by the end of the 4 years, the loan will be 283, but you add to that the upkeep of 60,000 shillings every year. 60 times 4 should be 240. 240 plus 283 gets you to about 523,000 shillings of loan by the end of the 4 years. And again, if you have to look at the last slide that gives an account of the percentages of learners. So families that earn up to 6,000 shillings a month, they are 16% in the country. Families that earn up to 23,000 shillings, between 6,000 shillings and 23,000 shillings are 18%. But families whose incomes are more than 23,000, according to the government, they are 68%, because 18% of families that are between 23,000 and 70,000 are 18%. There's something you need to reflect on. For Band 4, meaning families that are earning more than 70,000 but below 120,000, they are 42%. 8% of families earn more than 120,000 shillings. What does that mean? That half of the cohort of learners of KCSE 2023 that have been called to universities have come from families that earn more than 120,000 shillings, or actually more than 70,000 shillings.